I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting. I'm just spitting. This shit have been on my mind for quite some time. I gotta put the shit on the line. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
Welcome back. Welcome all the way to hell back to yet another episode of the Dropping Dymes podcast. If it's your first time, your 159th time,
142,
142nd time.
There you go, we there.
My name is Byron.
I'm Wallace.
I'm Brandon.
And this is the Dropping Dymes podcast.
It is.
If you get a chance, first and foremost, go by www.droppingdymes.com. Dymes with a Y.
With a Y.
Get some merch. We got shirts. We got hats.
Got my white outline. I'm popping.
I got dressed in the dark, so I couldn't find the shirt.
We got Dennis Rodman shirts. We got all kinds of shit over there, man. But not the Dennis Rodman shirt, but we do got tie-dye motherfucking shirts.
We do.
So
excited about that.
Yeah, man. Jump on that. Them
Sherbert
shits is hard. Yeah. I don't know about that Sherbert one, but we got a black Milky Way one. That motherfucker hard.
Wait a minute.
What?
Black Milky Way.
Yeah, that was called.
That was different.
But
I've been trying not to play that game, but you can't shit. It was.
Sometimes you gotta
Swing
stop
by.
it. If you're watching us right now, of course you're watching us on YouTube. And if you are, subscribe, share, comment.
Hit the bell.
If you're listening to us right now, you're probably listening to us on
Press
YouTube.
the subscribe button.
Or possibly Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, man. So subscribe to us on all of those platforms, man.
They've been messing with me. I've been trying to upload like the last 3 episodes, and every time it upload, it give me like an error message. I'm trying to figure it out. So yeah, we about 3 episodes behind. But yeah, check us out.
Just
Apple
a little
Podcasts,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course YouTube. And if you want to know more about us, you can catch us on all platforms of social media.
Boy, that camera look good, boy. Look good. That lighting look good, man.
You can catch us on the good
See what's up,
IG,
man.
good Instagram.
The best I done look.
Yeah.
Episode. This a new camera.
Took a shower, didn't
I didn't.
You can catch us on the good Instagram. We're on Facebook in case you want to send something to your auntie or your mom or something.
Send it to your auntie,
And you
man.
can always catch us on the good TikTok. We over there too, man.
Brandon dancing on there.
No, I'm not.
Him and his daughter. What y'all gonna do with daughter?
Father-daughter
dance.
I had to dance yesterday
You got it on video?
on stage. Braden do, but you can't.
I bet I'm about to hit Shelby.
He told me I had to turn it to the side because the light, and I had to make the light go down. Good job.
Yeah.
Man,
He thinking though.
got this part.
You got the ankles.
Mm-hmm.
For about 15 seconds, but I killed it. I fucked up my 3 steps. Shit.
But
Welcome.
yeah, but as always, man, we appreciate you. Thanks for giving us just a little bit of your time and
Just
a little bit of your space just to come through, man, and do what we do. And that's just talk. And we gonna talk. We're gonna talk some shit. We're gonna talk some good shit. We're gonna talk some crazy shit. But we're gonna talk.
We're gonna talk shit.
One of the biggest things we do, well, one of the major things that we do on every episode is we ask a question of the week. That's one of our staples. Our question of the week this week: what is one of your favorite childhood memories?
Man, I'm really looking forward to listening to what Brandon got to say on this one. You got the most exciting childhood.
I hate when he do that because we just talked about me not being able to think of shit. To start with me is fucking terrible, man. I understand why nobody in the comments like you.
Me too.
If y'all go put it in the comments.
Man, you just adjusted your seat now that your head cut off. There you go.
My drawers was going in my ass, so I had to slide up. All right, let me get right. All right. What was the question?
What is one of your favorite
very good
childhood memories?
Favorite
or most memorable?
Most memorable. All right. This is funny. It ain't favorite, but it's a lot of them. But one in particular is when I found out it wasn't no Santa Claus, right? And,
how old were you?
Shit, I don't remember. I know I was
16.
Probably. I know I was getting a weight bench.
Shit.
I was getting a weight bench, and my dad was so I was up. My mom came in the room, to check if we were asleep. Of course, I wasn't asleep. Yeah. I had to fake it. My little brothers, they was, we all slept together on Christmas Eve or whatever. So I heard my dad struggling, trying to get the weight bench in. I heard all kinds of shit. So I got up to go help him. And he was just like,
tornado.
He was just like, damn, grab this end.
Santa dropped it off outside. He couldn't get it down the chimney.
So yeah, that was that's something I won't forget. But yeah, that shit was funny.
That's crazy.
Bro, you could hear the struggle. Bang, bang. I'm like, should I get up? But it was taking too long. He was just like, damn. We had a
You don't know how old you were?
I don't remember, bro. Probably fifth grade.
They put you on the weights early, didn't it?
Huh?
Put you on, yeah.
No, I was just asking for it. I barely even used the shit. But I had it, till I started working out.
Stunted his feet.
You got one, brother?
See this man, boy, you try to take me there. but that's it. You know what they say about small feet?
I don't know shit.
Oh. I wear 8.
I know where you trying to go.
I wear 8.
Yeah.
8.5. Small feet, man.
Oh man. For me, it's this picture of me and my dad. I was 10. I remember I was in 5th grade, and I'm hugging him. He's hugging me back, and I'm crying. And you look at the picture, you like something wrong, but it was actually the first time I ever won a championship. I won a soccer championship, and I remember going through the season. We were good. We were beating teams, and then it was this team that we played and we lost early in the season to. And they had this dude, I'll never forget his name. His name was Shaquille. And he was left-footed, strong left foot. Like, I remember this shit vividly.
Damn, shit.
Yeah. But we met in the championship game after pushing through the season. This is the first year. I feel like I remember my dad like staying in my head about staying focused and getting prepared and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we won. We actually went into overtime. They had a bunch of Hispanics on their team too. We went into overtime, and I think I scored 2 goals that game. And I ran over to him after the game was over with. We had won, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" I'm just so happy we won. But that was a monumental moment in my life, because to me that was one of the first times it showed me that you got to work to get what you want. And I wanted so badly to win a championship, and we won that year. So yeah, that was one of the impactful moments.
What the fuck are you crying for, son?
Look, I'm gonna tell you another moment that I was crying. A little crybaby ass kid. I was 4.5 or 5, and we was playing. I was 5. We was playing baseball, and I was out there. Team, we kicking this other team ass, but I struck out 3 times. I'm pissed. I mean, I don't like being bad at stuff. So after the game, we won like 10-3 or something like that. And I climbed up on the back of my dad's truck, got up underneath of his tool bed, got up underneath of there. Somebody walked by like, "Why they crying? They must have lost." My dad walked up and said, "Nah, they won."
Oh shit.
He's just not a winner.
I used to cry in park ball for losing.
But yeah, I hated not performing for my team. Performing for myself, but performing for my team. Yeah.
We won, but I wasn't part of it. That's
exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy. My memorable moment.
I sold my first crack rock. Oh,
not this time. but it did involve.
That's the Byron interview.
Look, but it did involve the nudie magazine.
Okay.
It was crazy. I had an uncle that was something like a pimp, right? Went over his house.
Something like.
Yeah. He had a coffee table, had 2 layers. The top ones had like all the magazines that was current. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this month is what, May? So it would be like May and April on the top.
Yeah, the subscription.
Yeah.
For
real. All the ones underneath was like January, February, and March.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like the previous month, right? So Me and my little brother looking at the magazine. Not supposed to be looking at them, but
Hold on, he had them on the table.
yeah.
How the fuck do you not look at them?
No, I'm saying we weren't supposed to be looking at them because we little kids.
But how do you not if they on the table?
Because my mama would have been like, put them damn magazines in.
They knew they wasn't supposed to.
I know, and I know too, but it's like they right here. How am I not?
They could have been on in the bed with them. You're not supposed to look at it.
Like niggas.
They could have been
I would have walked by fast and tried to
little paint thing. Like, yeah, they could have been open, and I was still
I know,
get your eyes out of it.
I know you wasn't supposed to, but it's like.
But yeah, we going through,
what the fuck?
and we looking, right? So my uncle was like, y'all can have the ones on the bottom. We was like, what?
Nigga, have.
Yeah, because he don't care.
He don't need them no more.
Because he's not a real parent.
Oh,
right?
You got the best uncle in the world.
Listen, and they were in so many ways, bro. So I scoop these magazines up. We go home, not thinking. We go sit on the porch, flipping through the magazine. My sister come out the door. Like, what the fuck y'all looking at?
On the porch.
Right. We sit on the front
for
stoop.
everybody to see.
Right. She was like, what the fuck y'all looking at? We take all around the side of the house, right? Running with the magazines.
Yeah.
Nowhere to hide them. We put them in the trash can, right? Close the trash can soft. She come around the corner. She was like, where y'all put them nasty magazines? We was like, none of your business. What magazines you talking about? She looking. She don't see nowhere else to hide them either. So she opened the garbage can up, reached down the garbage can. She was like,
gotcha.
My little brother said, I hate you. And he picked up, like, you know how, like, with a side, like, we had a driveway that went all the way around to the back of the house, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it was a piece of asphalt that broke off from it. And it just, you know what I'm saying? It was right there. It was just like a little rock. He picked it up. Hit her on the side of the head.
Bro,
knocked her out.
Can I bag up?
Really?
For a second?
Yeah. Knocked her out.
Can I bag up before the rock? Do you know how funny that shit is for that nigga to get his magazine taken? And that nigga say, I hate you, nigga. Boy, this magazine was the best shit ever, dog.
I just got it.
So I'm gonna tell you why we felt that way about this particular sister.
Shit,
because she was the snitch.
Sound like it. Okay, so she was trying to be
she's a family tattle. Yeah, she's a family tattle.
I hate you with the magazine or not.
The connection was never really there with this particular sister. So she was a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So. And we know snitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Got stitches that day.
My brother, like, threw it, hit on the side of the head, knocked her out. She passed out.
That is crazy.
And this is the summertime. So she's on the ground. So I'm like, she breathing. We all right. So he was like, now he panicking because we gonna get a whooping.
Yeah.
We just don't know what level of severity of whooping we gonna get.
Y'all get a double ass whooping.
But we don't know what we're gonna get.
But nobody knows about the magazines either.
Yeah,
they will when she come back to life.
But we don't know how that's gonna work out. So I take the magazines. I was like, I'll be right back. He was like, what? I was like, I'll be right back. So I run to my homeboy house. Right, get over there. I was like, hey, I need to leave these magazines here at your house. His mom was like, you can't leave them dirty magazines here. He was like, shut your ass up. His mom was on crack. His mom was on crack. So we used to go to his house.
Why the fuck did we say, oh?
Nigga like, oh, never mind.
Bro, hold on. Time out, man. Forgive me.
I thought the same thing. I said, damn, that don't change. That's still his mom.
No, it changed.
Yeah, it did, but
people like that. It shouldn't, though. No, that's fucked up.
Man. Yeah, it was fucked up. Damn. I didn't leave the magazines here, though. I'll be right back. I got to go check on my stuff is going on at my house.
Yeah.
Go back to the house. My little brother's sitting, I can't say, it used to be Indian style. We say crisscross applesauce now. He's sitting crisscross applesauce like rocking because he's terrified, right? So I was like, we got to wake up because she's still knocked out. She's still out.
Yeah.
So I spray a little water in her face. She wake up. So my little brother was like, you okay? She was like, yeah, what happened?
You were just walking, you went to sleep.
I said, I don't know. We came around here and you was on the ground.
Brian, shut the fuck up.
I swear, I believe the fuck out of him, bro. I believe the hell out of him.
Bro, you don't know why you was around here? I don't know why you was around here. Why would I say anything different? I'm scared, dog. I know we're gonna get a whooping for either knocking you out
That's
or for having the magazine.
crazy.
If we can avoid both
I'm
whoopings,
about to say, they ain't getting no whooping.
none. But here's what happened. So now
Got this big
she
ass
like,
knot on her head.
she like, why was I around here? We was like, I don't know. We came in the yard. You was back here on the ground. So my little brother is rocking. Now, let me add this. Bro can't lie.
Yeah.
He gonna cry immediately. Like he just go instantly into tears.
He got an anger problem
For lying. Like it just break him
no,
down.
I'm talking about because
Naturally.
only the people I know who was sitting Indian style and rocking.
Oh,
Crazy motherfucker.
no, that was just scared. Like I don't know. Like I'm gonna get a whooping.
Mad, goddamn.
Yeah. I got one little cousin that do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was just scared. That was the fear. So man, we get up and like I told you, both of my sisters was taller than us for a long time. So we get her up, get her into the house. Shit starting to come back to her though. So I remember
she made all that up.
Bruh, we walked out the room, my little bro said, leave me out.
He went outside and got that rock.
Listen,
bro.
The rule was if you called my mama about anything before lunch, on lunch she was coming home and whoop your ass. If it was after lunch, she was gonna whoop your ass when she got home from work.
Yeah.
It was before lunch. If we can just drag this out, because there's a chance she may whoop us twice if she find out about before lunch. So we was like, we don't know why, but she was
That's
like,
crazy because she did
like
that.
something.
Yeah, I feel like
she had to do that a couple times.
I feel like a before lunch ass whooping is better than an after work ass whooping. Because you got to go back to work. That after work, she just home.
I just feel like it was.
You know what? I'm mad again.
For us, it was just gonna be two of them though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this was her partner in crime. This is her snitch. You know what I'm saying? This is the informant. You know what I'm saying? And
it's the girl.
So. Yeah, and it's the girl. And we already ain't supposed to touch the girl.
And what y'all did was a little egregious. So
yeah, we was out of control, bro. Like this was actually my first encounter. Like niggas will do anything for some naked black women. Anything.
And they freedom.
Boy, wild out. You'll knock somebody out.
Bro, that's a fact.
So
yeah, people would do worse.
So we called my mom, was like, hey, we found her on the side of the house knocked out. And she was like, what?
They got ahead of it.
Trying to. Had to throw the lob early.
Bro, yeah. Do you know how worse that probably made it? Because why is she on the side of the house knocked out? Now me as a parent, I'm thinking about the worst shit. I'm knocking on neighbors' doors.
You can think with it. Ain't no cameras. We kids.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe she slipped and fell.
Whatever. It could have been the fucking Boston Strangler for all I care. I don't. Anything
she survived.
But me. Right. Anything but me.
Nah, I got it.
Take out anybody but me. And it wasn't no disconnect. You can't just whoop him and not whoop me because I know y'all was together. So yeah, we fought that as long as we could, man.
Fought that case, huh?
Fought that case. Ran out of money on the lawyer. And yeah.
You got two whoopings? One whooping?
Just one solid. One solid ass whooping.
Throttle.
It was a pretty solid one. I give it a 7 out of 10 on the whooping scale.
Y'all done had a 10 before, huh?
Boy, what?
That because she found out late. That's what made it 7.
I think the 7 was I can't prove it.
Yeah, there's no proof anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no magazines. Nobody saw you throw a rock or anything. She was just knocked out. Yeah. What she ended up telling your mother?
She was just like, she said, something hit me. She kept saying, something hit me. And we was like, I don't know what hit her.
Nigga. Him.
You need some ice?
Listen.
I got caught at school with a magazine. It wasn't mine, but a nigga brought it to school. I'll never forget. We was on the back of the bus. And bro, I told you that nigga put it inside of a fucking, like a home house fucking book. So we all back that big crowd around a fucking house book. Like, bro, you know how stupid that looks now as an adult? Like, they'll never know.
Looking like you about to
we
get
looking
caught.
At these houses. Like, nigga, what? Like, teacher come back there, bitch. She tried to snatch the book. That nigga threw that shit out the window. But when he threw it out, a page ripped. That bitch stayed in the bus. She grabbed that motherfucker. Got it. It was over.
I was
told everybody, mama.
So at home on YouTube, you remember Cherokee Diaz?
Do I remember?
Yeah. I'm just.
Bro, don't ever disrespect me like that, bro.
All right, my bad. You spend a lot of time on Tasty Blacks. I understand.
Nah, she ain't even been on there, but boy.
But look, so look, I'm at home. You know,
I gotta tell you, I gotta hold on to Tasty Blacks. Go ahead.
At home, you go and look at everything you want to see, but at school, all you got is YouTube because all the internet is kind of blocked. So I'm looking on YouTube, and I'm like, shit, this is what I look at home. I type in Cherokee Diaz on YouTube, and I'm just watching her wobble. I'm in computer science class. My teacher walked up over here like, what the hell are you looking at? I ain't think nothing was wrong.
That went crazy, dog.
I'm in the middle of class watching.
Bro, what?
This man said, I don't think there's nothing wrong.
And YouTube was new.
Social cues is dead, cuz.
Why the fuck
didn't have none? 2000, spring of 2007.
High school.
I'm watching.
That was high school?
That was high school.
Oh, because you graduated 08?
I graduated in 07.
07. Yeah.
Nigga.
Bro. What the Wallace, what the fuck?
What?
Why would you think that it's okay to just look at ass shaking in school?
Because it wasn't pussy or titties. That was what my mom was saying. This is not porn. This is just somebody walking around.
You really are behind, bro.
I was.
What? That don't even make sense.
It made sense then. And I looked at her like, what's wrong? I ain't get written up or nothing though, but
she just told you to get off of it?
She said, what are you doing? Turn it off. Yeah. Thank you. I forgot your name, but thank you.
I would have preferred you to look at the tip drill video.
I definitely watched that in school. Well, look, I got
You wasn't getting no pussy.
By that time, yeah, I was. But I had another incident. I was a little younger, and my uncle, cousin, whatever.
My cousin, uncle.
I used to go just like kick with him. He's just an older male figure in my life. Yeah. And you know, everybody end up finding either their weed stash or they magazine stash. He's an older guy, like 40 years older. And I just go to his bathroom one day, just hanging out in the house, and he got a stack about that high, right next to the toilet. Full of magazines, full of women.
That's what he jack off at.
I'm about to say, you know, that motherfucker sticky as fuck.
All of them white women.
Oh, shit. I mean, darn.
It gave me a whole new experience. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know, my first Tasty Blacks is what I'm looking after. But yeah, I was like, okay.
That's crazy.
Understood.
You jack your dick in the man's bathroom. Yes, you did.
Hey, when we was at the podcast experience.
I'm editing the fuck out of this shit.
Listen, at the podcast experience, they was talking about porn or some shit, and somebody said Tasty Blacks.
Yeah, they did.
They said Tasty Blacks. We looked at each other like.
I would have yelled out with an S. Don't forget the S.
Hey, bro, we gotta recognize why we get into this conversation.
No, I gotta go coach some kids in a second.
Fine Wine Enterprise.
Well, it'll get you loose.
Hey, man. You may not have noticed that Brandon does not have a cup. And he said, I cannot play with this shit because I'll be in drunk this.
It's playing with me right now.
Yeah, it's
I can honestly say, can I get my camera? I can honestly say, man, Fine Wine.
Rotate.
Fine Wine Enterprise, man. Check out our girl SS, but she's on Fine Wine Enterprise.
I don't know how to zoom.
And it's almost on.
It's okay. He's saying.
And it's almost on on every social media platform you could think of. Fine Wine _Enterprise.
Man, tastes good. It gets you where you want to go.
It's definitely gonna get you right.
And send 3 bottles next time. I'll pay for mine.
This is a tequila one. Of course, y'all know that we drink a ton of tequila here.
That's why I'm excited.
We used to drink a ton of tequila on the podcast. We didn't let up. We started to lean more into our Dr. Pepper phase. But Fine Wine Enterprise, man. This one is
damn good.
It's called. Well, it's got gang on it. Gang, gang. Listen,
She just made that
this
motherfucker
gang,
for us,
gang,
didn't it?
right? This gang, getting us right today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to chill for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
I
So
lied.
check her.
Nah, I
Please
told you
go.
not to pour all that shit.
Check her out, man.
That shit ain't sneak nowhere.
That's the
That's
homie
right.
SS. We appreciate you, SS. Thank you so
Nah,
much.
that shit good. Yeah, man, you're
But
crazy.
You want some more?
nah, go ahead,
All
bro.
right,
You
brother.
got it, Mikey. You got it,
I ain't
Mikey.
finna cut no grass.
None.
I'm gonna be out there just like this.
Sweating like a
Man,
sweating
listen.
like a storm.
Hey, with the
swear to
headphones, dance like a motherfucker.
Ooh, they gonna think
Nate,
you
them
crazy.
folks gonna call the
Hell
law on his ass.
I own this property.
My boy, I like that.
And look, until the
That's how it sounds.
I owned
It
it in
sound in the car.
I owned it in like 25 years
It's
after
all
that.
right,
I
brother.
stopped paying the
It's
bank
all right. It's all right. You're on your way, you know.
month by month.
But so
shit.
today's topic, what you got for us, B?
Now we gotta get serious.
Yeah, man.
Do we? Depends on what
Yeah,
you like,
I don't
man.
know how much we can play around with
I
this
don't
one.
know what you into.
No, what? I don't know how much we can play around with this
The Diddy trial has been going on, and it's been some interesting conversations surrounding it. People picking sides. This is probably the most controversial social media thing since if you voted for Trump or not. This shit is breaking up friends,
Yeah.
family, co-workers. It's dividing homes. Because of whose side you decide to take in this thing. And I get it because there are strong views on each side. But my question to you guys,
to us as in YouTube.
yeah, you two.
No.
Do we believe women? Right? When it comes to that, do we believe all women? Just your initial, thought of situations surrounding this. Oh, we got quiet. Okay. All right.
I think this is something that you think about.
You going first?
Yeah, because mine will be, you'll clean it up.
You probably won't.
For me, I don't think I believe anyone all the time first. But I do understand how prevalent this issue is. So I respect somebody verbalizing it. So now from there, let's go into the details. Let's look for the evidence. I think it's always worth that. I don't think I would ever just dish it off to the side, whereas what you're thinking, experiencing, or feeling is invalued. But I do think we need to go learn the history, the details of the situation. I do understand also that sometimes it gets lost because a lot of things they've been saying is like Cassie has text messages of wanting this to happen or wanting from the trial, wanting this to happen. I want to set this up. Like those things can feel like she's part of it. But something I learned in college was when it came to that space is just because it happened one time doesn't mean it's okay to happen again. So I'm open to taking a deeper dive into what her experience was in this instance. Because just because she 5 years of, hey, this is what I'm about, I love it, whatever, drugs or whatever. But the day that she decide I don't want to do this anymore means it doesn't need to happen anymore. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to accuse or condemn Diddy to or anybody that this is what you need to be charged with. You need to go to the bottom of the penitentiary until we go to the details. But I do think if it's verbalized, it needs to be investigated. And let's look into the details of how we got here, but what also was this instance.
So your answer is no, you don't believe women.
No, I do not believe that I should condemn a person or prosecute a person based off of a woman or a person's accusations. But I do think in this space, a woman's accusation should be investigated and not dismissed or deemed invaluable. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
That was good.
Yeah, I think that one part is major. I think nobody should just be automatically dismissed. We've seen that done before, but we've also seen where society automatically believed a person when they came out with their accusation, and
Mm-hmm.
we saw people be killed. We've seen that throughout history. So I think, like he said, I think we have to take we with anything we have to take the evidence. We have to take a deeper dive into it, like what led to this, what got us here. I think we have to take all that into consideration, man, because like we also see damn near every day that somebody is being released from prison because they were wrongly accused and sent to prison for a number of years for things that they didn't do, or they were nowhere around or anything else. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm definitely not the
It's a
person.
flip side to that too, though, because a lot of people that did do it,
You got away.
Walking the
Yeah,
streets.
so
absolutely.
Yeah, the justice
And
system is not perfect. It
yeah,
never will be.
so that's what I was
we see that shit
putting
every day.
more
Yeah.
putting more on that.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it goes into having to take a deeper dive and a deeper look into the accusations, the evidence, like you were saying, um, because not to get off of what that whole thing was, but literally the week prior, we just saw these police officers in Memphis that beat a man to death on video
And got a fucking
get
way.
off. You know what I'm saying? Get off on their state charges. They were
Yeah.
federally prosecuted, but
Yeah.
we just saw them get off on state charges. Like, how did we not see that? Like, how do we not say you're guilty of that? Like,
Right.
and we literally know what the
They're not
reason
talking
was.
about that enough either.
Yeah, we know what the reason was for that. You know what I'm saying? So, like that's crazy. But that just shows that the judicial system is, in my opinion, failing a lot of people, especially black
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's huge. But back to this, I think we do have to take the evidence into consideration. We have to look at it thoroughly. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, but I think so. The question is the initial, right? I'm saying initially coming out, like, do we? So not necessarily this particular situation, but do we believe women, right?
So to
So
me,
that's what I'm asking. Like initially, if somebody came out, he did this. Are we believing that,
So
or are we?
I don't think it's ever that small because to me, belief begets emotion, and I don't want to have an emotion tied to something I know nothing about. So if you say this happened, I'm not gonna discredit you, but I'm
Yeah.
also not gonna believe that this is exactly what happened because honestly, I've had days where I've done something and then I'm like, yeah, I believe that I did this, and it wasn't exactly the way I believe. So I mean, I know there's some gray area in every movement, so I'm never gonna just jump to the belief that this is what it is.
Correct.
But I will not discredit you or belittle you or make you feel like it was wrong of you to put this person in this situation. Like, no, I'm gonna listen to you and we need to go the path that it needs to go.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I can't just jump to belief.
yeah, because I've had female friends who have had situations where they came out and nobody believed them initially. I've had female friends that came out and everybody was automatically on their side. So I'm not saying that my grandma used to be like, it ain't for me to put you in a heaven or hell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in that same space. Like I'm all about hearing what you know what I'm saying. Like I'm always open to hearing it, and but even more open to hearing what happened. Like how did we get here? What you know what I'm saying? Like I can't say yeah, I automatically believe you,
Yeah.
but I would never discredit you. So I always, it's crazy because I know
I was about
it make the situation like we don't have a set answer, but I just kind of sit in the middle on any of it.
so I'm more so if that's what you say happened, that's what happened. Right? Now, of course, after we kind of get into the the evidence of everything, right? But I do think this. So it takes me back to the Ari situation when she was on here.
Yeah.
And it was like nobody could believe it, you know what I mean? Until I was, or he had been doing this. But just think, if she wouldn't have did it because she was scared nobody was believing it, nothing would have ever happened. So with stuff like that is what I think about. And so, but I do think the initial is like, shit, hey, that's what she said. I don't have nothing else, you know. But I do think it should be harsher punishments for people that lie about shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's not happening enough. That's why these situations and women just feel like they can do it because, you know, you get people to believe you and then it's not. And so now you're getting more people to not believe. But
if you think about the Deshaun Watson case, let's say he was he did that 13 times, but 27 women came out. Because it's a thing that I can lie and people are going to automatically believe me, and he's going to just try to defend his name by, hey, pay this off and keep me quiet. It's enticing to people. So yeah, that's honestly, that 50-50 gray area is where I honestly, like, I can't just say I'm gonna condemn this man or this person just because you said it, but I'm not going to allow you to feel like you're not being heard. So like, let's say Ariel came to us and told me that we're going to the cops. I'm going through the process. If it comes out that that it didn't happen, it comes out that way. But we're gonna pursue the truth, the evidence. I'm not gonna let you just hang out there to dry. But I don't want to say that. I guess it's tough for me, and it probably is tough for somebody to hear. Like, if she was in here, it'd be tough for her to hear. Like, I'm not saying I believe you, but what I'm saying is I'm down to ride with you to figure out what this is and get it prosecuted the way it needs to be.
But that means you
be
believe
prosecuted.
something.
I believe that something must have happened.
Yeah.
Why it happened, how it happened, the facts of it happening, I have no idea.
Gotcha.
But if you say that something happened, now we need to figure out what happened, how it needs to be addressed.
So I don't necessarily believe.
And it's not that
you said.
It's not that happened. It's not that I don't believe. It's that I'm not going to, because a lot of times when I hear I believe, that puts you on one side, and that puts you in condemning the other side. But until there's evidence, until there's
but what's wrong with that? Because if you say he did this,
I don't think it's anything wrong. That's just how I operate.
Okay.
If you say that somebody says that this happened to me and you believe them, I feel you. I can see how you can get there. But me, just an experience of seeing things go through, because I've jumped on one side before, and then you get to the end, and it's completely fucking different. Now,
and then it's like, well, fuck you, because I'm riding with you, thinking you telling the
Exactly.
truth. But I'm so in those situations, I'm okay with that. Right? I'm okay with all right, well, fuck you, because now your ass need to go to jail for lying.
But to me, the same actions are going to happen for me. So if I believe it or I want to see it through, you're going to get the same intention and action from me.
Okay.
But I'm just not going to be this until we figure out what's happening. But hey, look, let's go to the cops. Let's go to whoever. Let's go to get the camera. Let's go all these things. Let's do it. Because
that's the same.
I
think that's the same.
To me, I think belief is like this thing we can't really see.
Yeah.
But the actions can be the same with two different beliefs. So my actions and your actions may be exactly the same.
It's just
but
right here.
Yeah.
She could
I'm
be
trying
lying,
to
but I'm gonna help her.
I'm trying to evaluate, and you're trying to defend your friend.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And that's honestly just because of my personal experience.
Yeah. So because in the end, you don't look too crazy or
honestly,
feel too crazy.
Honestly, it's more so I don't get blinded.
Okay.
Because you get so blinded of I'm trying to defend you might get some evidence, but I'm trying to, no, this is against what I'm trying to get to.
See, and I think I feel the same way you feel, but I don't know. I feel like it's the same because everything you're saying is like, okay, there's a possibility gonna always be there. But I'm riding with you because this is what you said happened. Now, if it turns out that you lied, now that's some more shit. Now you lose a friend, you lose a whatever, and I feel like your ass should go to jail. So, like I said,
I feel like the actions are going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So how about this? What if it is actually a little bit more of perspective, right? Let's say the victim in this is their perspective is like one thing, but then you get 3 or 4 other people who their perspective says it didn't necessarily look like what the victim is saying was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, then do you say, well, it's 4 or 5 people who are saying it actually looked like this. It looked like you were an active participant. You know what I'm saying? Versus your perspective, you felt like a victim and you were doing what you had to do to live, right? To not be hurt, right? So then does it like then how do you judge that? Like, how do we judge that? How do we judge you doing what you have to do to live versus you doing what you had or
what it looks like,
what it looked like to somebody else? Because like I had a friend who was sexually assaulted, and I remember like one of the things that really bothered her was her body. Like her body did what it was supposed to do naturally, right? So like she was like, I felt like my body betrayed me, and I was like, no, your body did what it was supposed to do to stop you from getting hurt.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah, like your body literally did what it was supposed to do to stop you from getting hurt. So it reacted naturally, whether you say to save you or because you're upset, you feel like it did it out of excitement, but it really just did it naturally. It's science. It's science. It's natural. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But victims see stuff different. You know what I'm saying? So it could be perspective, right? So then, like, how do you approach that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're jury on that, and the person says, "Well, I just went ahead and did it because I felt like if I didn't do it, I was going to get hurt," and then there's 4 people that say, "Well, we watched you do it, and you seemed like you was with it."
That's when you have to believe the person because you can't tell people how to feel. Like we know people I know girls who've done things only because of the guy, right? Because whether it was financial, it was abuse, financial abuse, because that's a thing, you know what I mean? So any of that is like, I don't really want to do this shit, but because, he take care of me or he gonna beat my ass, I'm gonna do it, right? And so even with the Cassie shit, it was like, the text message about her, like, well, yeah, I want to do it. What else the fuck she gonna say? No, I don't want to, because you know what comes with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So,
so to me, the only thing that I would add is, and like I said, the word earlier is evidence. So if it sucks, if there's no evidence of any potential injury, any potential loss of livelihood or whatever, it's tough for a juror, somebody that's not in the incident, to be able to connect with. In that moment, I didn't. But if there's evidence of
like her getting her ass beat up in the hallway,
so that I was really just thinking about Ariel, but also with Cassie, because Ariel has photos of the injuries, photos of the phone being smashed, photos of whatever. Cassie has the video of her being drugged down the hallway. To me, that tells me there was some type of pressure put on outside of myself, put on me, that could create fear with any incident that happened beyond this. So that to me, all right, I understand how she could feel that way. But it's tough if there's no, if there's no evidence. Byron was saying all of that. If there's no evidence, it makes it extremely hard for a jury outside of the situation to have a perspective that can lean towards that side. So I think anybody that experiences or feels they're experiencing anything, please make some type of a plea outside of yourself to say that I'm being suppressed, I'm being assaulted,
I'm in some
I
type of
have
danger.
fear. Yeah, even if it's just a text message to somebody else, even if you write something down. I mean, that's tough because you can write it anytime, but it's just something to help the people that are potentially one day going to have a say in the fate of your case, to have some understanding. Like, yo, this is not just some fake shit. This is somebody that was actually had some fear. Even if she did everything after that day, it's fear in that situation, and that can cloud or adjust the way somebody might behave. And I know it's probably tough to think like that in the moment, but that's something that would help somebody out, a juror that's outside of the situation.
Yeah, because then even when they brought in like those the male escorts, they were like, oh, she was the one who requested it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like out of fear. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I don't see how people are saying like she should have just left or shit like that, bro. Everybody isn't the same.
oh,
Right?
and
Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
It's crazy because I saw a meme, bro. Well, it wasn't even a meme. It was a tweet, and somebody took a screenshot of it. And it was like, some of you niggas is scared to go ask for a raise, but y'all telling this girl to fucking get away from a billionaire who would have set a nigga's car on fire.
Yeah.
Like damn near, these niggas is damn near red from the 5 heartbeats, and you telling this girl to get away from the nigga, and y'all niggas scared to go ask for a fucking 55-cent raise at your job.
The nigga was on.
That's real as fuck.
That's
the nigga was
super
on.
I told y'all about my experience trying to get ready to go.
Yeah,
that shit is mine.
You had to do push-ups and
that nigga did a
talk to yourself in the mirror.
That nigga did a PowerPoint presentation.
For myself.
Yeah,
That nigga,
for you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, the nigga Wendy Williams told because they had beef. He was like, yeah, you ran me out of town. Like, bro, that's a real thing. This is a real person with power. So for people to chalk that shit up to just she should have left, or she wanted to do this, or he ain't do nothing wrong, especially Boosie, and that's my nigga. He ain't do nothing wrong by just having sex and flying bitches in, and she wanted to do this. Bro, we all know. Like, bro, it's so easy to capture a mind of a young woman. Everybody, so I think people are putting themselves in that situation, right? Everybody's not you.
Yeah.
That's what people
do all the time,
bro. We talk about this shit
they
all the
plug
time.
themselves in.
Everybody ain't you. Everybody don't have the same mindset. Come in, bro. First of all, she came in as an artist. He signed her to like a 10 fucking album deal. One only came out.
I said, look, depending on what she's trying to get away from.
I only got her there because she was
cute.
From that he caught her at 19. Yeah. Like, bro, just like I said, everybody don't have the same background. I know some girls who wouldn't go for that shit at all. But I also know some that would be in the same situation.
And think about when she signed up for this shit. Like it like we got, it's so much shit that's just public information now. Everybody a motherfucking a recording manager. Everybody know how to do all this shit based on other niggas' failures that they decided to put out in the last few years.
I work at Big Life, but I know all about the record industry.
You understand me? Because I watched I watched so many people fail, and hey, you don't sign the 360, don't sign the 360 deal, my nigga. But you telling this to a person who ain't got nothing, who came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so all these people became all these at-home managers, these record label managers, and all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
they the ones who instructing people on some hindsight type shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, you should never sign a 10 album deal.
Women get controlled by broke niggas. See it every day. Nigga beat your ass and you can't leave, like you scared.
He ain't got nothing.
He drive your car.
Bro, we see niggas talk women into being into selling pussy all the time.
Yeah, this shit.
I don't see it all the time, but I believe it.
You'd be surprised.
I,
You see
I'm,
it.
I
You see
wouldn't
it
be
a lot
surprised,
more
but
than
I
you see it a lot more than
I
you
don't
think.
see it.
this nigga. You go to
Hey,
church?
oh shit! Oh.
Man,
Hey,
that's been another episode of the Dropping Dimes podcast.
hey, but I also it all brings me back to she got in at 19. She was 28 when she left, 29 when she left, or whatever, or older. The moment she says, I don't want to do this anymore, even if every time before that she was down, for whatever reason, the moment she says, I don't want to do this, to me, it has to be a no-go, no more. Because once you continue to pressure, then now we're definitely in a crime. Of course, if you were able to get her at a young age and she consented to all of it, cool. But as soon as her awareness gets to the point where she says, I don't want to do this, as a man, in any age, in any stage, you have to be okay with no. And I think that's one of the lessons in the midst of all of this is like, just because it was okay yesterday don't mean it's okay today. If she says it's not okay today.
I knew she was forced to be there. When the goddamn, she said the nigga like other niggas nut on his fucking nipples.
I heard that.
Shit, that.
She said that for real.
Bro,
I heard it, but I heard it from Charlemagne, so I don't,
it's in
Charlemagne.
the transcript, brother. he like for niggas to nut on her and for her to put it on his nipples
like a glaze.
I think it was a donut.
I don't even like my own nut on my hand too long. Nigga,
I ran to the bathroom.
Disgusted with yourself.
Hey, then shit get to being sticky. You don't even know you had something on your leg that dried up from earlier. God damn it. But yeah, you don't know that till it start pulling your
Fine
your
Wine
leg.
Enterprise. That's how we got here.
Well, it's
Fine
crazy.
Wine Enterprise.
I don't mind it all over her if I ever long.
Fine Wine
artist
Enterprise.
Don't mind the paint on his canvas.
But he don't want that shit on his hand.
It's messy. You paint a beautiful picture. This shit ain't to be on me. But yeah.
That was a nice way of putting it.
Back to
Are we back?
I'm glad to close this out. Believe women. Okay. Believe women. I have a daughter and I'm gonna always believe her until I don't, Yeah. Shit. That nut on the nipples really just fucked me up. I should have never brought that up. That's fucking terrible. There's so many words that I want to use that we probably
shit is
can't.
crazy. That
We're gonna go with terrible.
And look, what I'm gonna say is, don't discount a woman's experience or what they're telling you. If you're going to me, I feel like we end up at the same result, but do one or the other. Don't land anywhere on the in between of, well, this
not on the in between, on the other side of.
On the other side.
Yeah, like, oh, you got to prove it to me.
Yeah, don't. No. Our women are so valuable, more valuable than the way you feel about what women are. They honestly are how we got here. They are physically and a lot of times mentally. They support a lot of the areas that we miss and don't see. I think it's because of the value they bring to the world, because of the fact that they're here. They deserve to be heard, listened to, and whatever steps to be taken to find the truth.
So speaking of heard and listened to, have you guys seen the situation with the young lady here in Georgia? The 30-year-old? The young lady that's a nurse?
No.
She she was having these really bad headaches. And she went to the doctor. Doctors couldn't, initially they weren't able to tell her anything. She went back for another visit, found out that she had some brain clots, some blood clots in her brain. I'm sorry, blood clots in her brain. and
Oh,
they were going to
yeah.
try to do a procedure to release him, and she ended up brain dead.
Mm-hmm.
She
she's
essentially,
pregnant.
yeah, she died. She's brain dead. She was 9 weeks pregnant at the time.
So they're keeping her body alive.
They're keeping her body alive on ventilators and machines to keep
have
the
a baby.
baby alive.
Yeah.
They've already proved, doctors have shown that the baby has fluid on the brain and will probably have some
Disabilities.
disabilities.
Within 90 days or some shit like that.
Correct. 90 plus days.
Yeah, well, now,
90
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
What?
And
she's
since
been
since
Oh,
since she
pedestrian.
passed, it was like February when she clinically was
Pronounced
deceased.
dead, yeah.
Pronounced brain dead. But her family doesn't want this to continue, but the state says we're gonna keep it going.
So I think that's the fine line. So it's a law, right? So I don't think even the doctors, want to do this. Like, it's just a fucked up situation. That if it's a heartbeat,
do everything you can to keep it alive.
Yeah, you can't, because it'll be killing it. You know what I mean? So
it's essentially a medical abortion.
Yeah, and
the family can't ask, "Can we take the body home? Take her home?"
Nah, because it's the law.
The state won't approve a point.
But people go home, like the doctor can say, if you leave this hospital, you're gonna die. People can still go home.
But the state is involved.
Yeah,
like
I guess the baby don't have a say.
It's the whole abortion thing and all that shit too. So it's a real fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's very.
The baby is going to probably likely come out.
Yeah, so
if it lives, the baby's gonna have.
And what makes it worse is because it's so early.
Yeah,
right. I can understand 8 months. Because me as a family member, if we're able to do this, I would love to have an extension of my daughter or whoever, you know what I mean, part of the family.
Yeah.
And then I think the mom's like, she's like 50 something. She's like, I don't want
to take care of
no baby, especially if it has problems and all that.
The thing is, like you're putting people in a position that they don't have, and that's been the biggest thing with in my opinion, with the people who are pro-life. I was watching this guy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the show called The Daily Show.
Mm-hmm.
Comes on Comedy Central.
Yeah, Trevor Noah used to be.
Yeah. So there's this one dude on there. He's fucking hilarious, but bro be like really pushing people. Yeah, like you got to say some shit today.
Yeah.
So he had went to this group of people. And he was like, he said, "Hey, you guys pro-choice? Like you pro-life, right?" He was like, "Yeah." They was out there protesting and shit. And he was like, "Will you sign this bill that says that? Will you sign a bill that says that there should be free daycare?" And they was like, "Well, so who has to pay?" But you pro-life. You want these babies here.
Yeah.
But you don't care shit about them after they're here.
Yeah.
The fact that they're trying to take away all that free lunch.
They took the funding away from kinder care.
You want them here, but you don't want them.
My mom had to have a meeting. She works at a daycare.
Yeah.
Like they had to have a meeting because I think they got to get rid of like some
employees. Yeah. Probably because of the money that they was getting from the government. They don't.
So now I'm already struggling to work. Now I don't have nowhere to take my kid.
I can't
afford it because I'm already struggling to just live.
They did everything they can to try to get rid of free lunch for kids. They got rid of after school programs.
So what about this thought? And this is me thinking of the diabolicalness of the people at the top. So yeah, I want as many kids as possible to be born. But the less of them that can ascend create that bottom layer of workers in the country.
And the state of Florida says you can work as early as 13 now overnight.
Really?
Damn.
But how any business is built, any pyramid scheme, whatever, you gotta have the bottom. You gotta have the people that make little money value to help build the value at the top. Because let's say you take construction. The guys that build the CMU wall likely make a third of what I probably make. But just because I have more what you call education or whatever, allows me to touch more people. They justify that as this is the reason you can make money. But I can't do anything. I can't build this building. I can't do nothing on this site unless these guys do it. Well, that's the mindset. If I develop a lot of people who can't ascend, now we can structure ourselves to be stable and make as much money as we can at the top. And they'll never grow, and they'll continue to work these menial jobs.
So I think that's one way to look at it. But also I look at it like
Shit sounded terrible.
That's honestly, you think
about
it,
level of diabolical.
and it's not thinking about the kid at 5 years old. I'm thinking at him at 20. I don't want him to be able to ascend. I want him to have to find a 14-hour drive for the rest of his life. And I make money off the top of everything that he makes, that he does.
He does, yeah.
So here's a broader scope. They had already predicted that Caucasians would probably be the minority in this country sooner than they think, right? Because of the number of black and brown people.
I think I heard like 2045 or something
right.
like that.
And that number was ticking, that year was ticking down.
Yeah.
So that's why such a push for the immigration, like
reduction.
Let's get them out of here type thing, right? And so many other people who coming from other countries that they decide are okay to come in.
The white Africans,
the Afrikaners. So they're worried about their numbers, right? We have to more so force our people into having these children who they may not want. But we also know that at a healthcare level, we can cut them off at the knees. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The number of black women who go in to have a baby and end up dead is startling. And you don't see that with their race. That's and we ain't nobody talking about it, but that's a major thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like black women are afraid to go to hospitals.
Black women are literally afraid to go to the hospital.
To have babies or to just have medical assessments or anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger push on that end than people think. It's not discussed out loud outside of our community. But like I don't think there's so much worried about the level like, oh, you guys shouldn't be having abortions either. I think it's more like, no, you don't gotta have an abortion because we can cut you off another way. Whereas we need the abortion that to be abolished on a certain level completely so that we can make our people continue. Then we can cut you off at the knees.
They gotta find some parameters or something on that shit, man, because that's wild.
But they feel like the parameter is 6 weeks.
Yeah.
As soon as that heart start beating.
But bro, that's crazy.
I say you think
especially
about
for situations.
By the time you find out, it's too late, basically.
Exactly.
So I think that if you look at a grand scale, the birth of a child tends to stunt the growth of the family in the immediacy. So because so much attention has to be put on the child's development, whether I have the funds or not, if I force you, because especially young women who are still learning their bodies, they want to experience stuff, they get pregnant. If I force you to have a child, to stunt your growth, to limit your growth in the long term, and there are definitely examples of women and people who overcome that. But if I look at it on a grand scale, if you have 3 kids by the age of 25, it's a good chance you're going to struggle, which is good for what I'm trying to build, for you as well as the children that you're trying to raise. And I think that's how diabolical this thing is, because that child that young person having a baby is honestly making a mistake. I hate to say it, but they're making a mistake because of how much it's going to affect their life.
$23,000 a year.
What?
To raise a child.
To raise a child.
It's
and that's for
to raise a kid. I think
middle income.
I think they said to raise a child, it was
Imagine,
it was a little over $300,000
until they're 18.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine,
that was
imagine what you could do with that $23,000.
Bro, come on.
For 5 years, for 15 years. I mean, let's say 10 years, because by the time you're 30, you want to probably start having children intentionally. But let's say for 10 years, I was able to make $23,000, and I was able to start keeping some of that. Then I started able to buy property. I started to develop wealth. And then you do that for a generation to teach a generation. Well, now let me kill that. You need to put that $23,000 or whatever you can afford into the child before you're ready to develop it.
A lot of people don't even have those $23 to raise the kid. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Whatever you got, it's got to go. It can't go to anything.
It can't go to nothing.
You can't go now. You can't say I can go to school. No, because this kid got to go to baby daycare. I got to feed him. I got to get diapers. Like all that stuff has to go there. I can't. The time that it takes.
Make $40,000 a year, and it's gonna take 23 to.
And they sent and 15-20% of it went to taxes. So yeah, it's
even if I'm bringing it home, I'm bringing home 40. Nigga, 23, literally, like, bro.
You gotta live somewhere, right? And then that goes back to when you were talking about way back is we need to stop kicking our kids out.
Oh yeah, I ain't kicking mine out.
But yeah, that to me is it's so much bigger. Episode. It's such a big discussion, and I honestly think that in our small circles we need to have them intentionally. So the kids can understand, but then also we can understand as we start making decisions further.
And bro, and people like, you laid down, you had sex, you knew what it was gonna do, you knew the car. Yeah, you drive a car every day. You don't expect to get in a fucking car accident.
And it's
I
like,
did it before when I had no baby.
Hey, bro.
And it's literally what these women are saying is my body, so it should be my choice. Like it ain't like
because if you're not like I know I'm fucking, and damn. I got pregnant. We didn't try to get pregnant. Even if the condom broke, it's a lot of shit that could happen. But I know I'm not financially stable, or I just won't be a good mom. Like I'm a fucked up person,
bro,
or I'm a fucked up dad. Like we shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like
that to me is what you bank.
I'm selfish as fuck.
Somebody's banking on that.
But people,
or let's make it worse. Let's talk about the other circumstances. These women who are raped.
That bro,
we talking about
even go there.
Talking about
and
children,
you have to keep a baby.
Incest, like all.
But
of
I
these
ain't
things.
even going there. I'm just talking about me recognizing I ain't shit, and I want to still go out. I don't want to have no. Like I'm not ready for a baby. I should be able to say, "Bet, let me get this done." I'm not ready yet. Years later, I could be. I done got all that out. I done did this. I think I'm gonna be a great mom.
I actually kind of know who I am now.
Yeah, I'm shit. I make $1 million a year now. Like, I'm ready.
Or 60.
But
I know how to fucking save.
Exactly, right? You know what I mean?
I got 10 years of $23,000 saved up.
Exactly.
So
I can get this house.
What I mean? Like, shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Like, bro, it's wild out here. We got on a whole different shit.
Yeah.
But
remember, you got to vote, man. Remember, you got to vote. And don't. The thought of someone saying, I can't live in a country that's run by a woman because they so emotional. Y'all, listen, who y'all decided to vote for is emotional as fuck. That man is literally going after lawyers who went after him years ago.
And believe women. I got pee.
Believe women.
Yeah.
And what you got?
I was just going to say, emotional for men is just ego. So you can call it emotional for women, but you have to monitor a man's ego.
There you have it.
Especially that one.
Hey
man, this was a good talk.
Went all over the place.
It started off in one place.
I can't even tell you where we started.
Sometimes it does that.
It's gonna do that.
What was the question?
Should we believe women?
Before that, we had another look. We had a question before that.
Yeah, the question of the
day. I was crybaby.
Question of the week. I'm gonna post that.
Byron, his brother knocked his sister out.
Question of the week.
We talking about porn.
What's your most memorable or favorite childhood moment? I'm gonna get that up and out so that y'all can give us some answers, man. We'll throw that up.
And whether y'all give us answers or not, we still gonna keep doing it. So you might as well just answer the questions. Sorry.
There you go.
What he said.
So, hey, swing by www.droppingdymes.com, Dymes with a Y.
With a Y, baby.
Pick up some merch, man. Shirts, hats, toaster ovens are no longer on the website.
Had to cancel that order.
But we do got tie-dye shirts, and we got a bunch of other stuff on there, man. We got stuff on there about us, and hey, man, it's just stuff. Also, follow us on all social media, Dropping Dimes Podcast, and subscribe if you're watching us right now. Go on your mom phone, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
About your friends.
So we can all be friends.
Exactly, baby.
All right. Is that all right with you?
Sound good to
Cool with me.
Keep banging.
Gang, gang.
Yeah. Gang, gang. By FineWine_Enterprise. This is good stuff. Holla her, man.
If you like this talk, that's why.
No why.
I wish I could have had me a few cups of that shit today.
We'll probably have some more here in a little bit. FineWine_Enterprise, man. Tell her we sent you.
Yeah.
And you want the gang gang. That's
might
tequila.
Not get nothing off, but still tell her.
Yeah.
The value is in the bottle.
Yeah. It's gonna make for a good day or a good night. One or the other. You heard me?
Everything good.
But all hearts and minds are clear.
Clear, except for my bladder. I gotta pee.
All right, man. We love you.
I'm clear too,
man. To you. We love y'all. See y'all next time.
All right.
All love, baby.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I